What's going on, 100 Gang? It's your boy 100 Gang Nate, back at it again with a new video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been with the channel, I really appreciate it. Now today I want to talk to you guys about a 5,000 mile review for the big ZL1 1LE. It has been 5,000 miles with this car, and I want to let you guys know how the first 5 went. And we have a surprise guest. We have a 5th gen SS convertible. It's red with the soft top. Boy, look at these cars, they look good together. Look crazy, huh? Yeah. So before we go ahead and get into this video, as usual, y'all know I love to do it. Let's go ahead and get this cold start, and I'm gonna let y'all know how the first 5,000 miles owning this 2022 Camaro ZL1 1LE has been. Let's go. So first things first, sometimes I often forget that I have the privilege to own a ZL1 1LE. It's like, sometimes when I wake up, I can't believe I have one in the garage. It's such a monstrous machine. And I feel like every day it reminds me how powerful it can be. And this first 5,000 miles has been such a journey for me. Being a first-time manual owner, just having a total new experience with a car this powerful, it really has, like, I don't know, changed my perspective on muscle cars / sports cars as a whole. Like, you hear about these things, you read about these cars and stuff like that, but it's so different to experience them. It's such an experience, and a lot of people fear paying the cost to own cars like these, but when you get to enjoy these cars and you get to experience them, every dime is worth it. It's like, it's so unexplainable until you have the car. So let's go ahead and get into the $5,000. Let's go ahead and get into the 5,000 mile review. Let's go. So one thing about owning a ZL1 1LE just out of the gate is that when it comes to like maintenance costs and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit higher than the normal vehicle, because of course it's a monster, you know, it's a beast. When it comes to gas, it's gonna drink a lot of gas. It reminds me of the, what's the movie where it has the I think it's called The Minions in there, Despicable Me. It's like, in terms of money, we have no money. This car literally will do that to you, you know what I'm saying? You will run through gas a lot in this vehicle. But one thing I have noticed is, if you put it in tour mode and you try not to drive like a maniac, it still will burn a lot of gas, but it'll do better than usual, better than what it was getting for me in the beginning. In the beginning, I was getting like 10 miles a gallon. I think now I'm getting like 12.7, 13. So a little bit of improvement, but you know, still gas guzzler, still a monster, still a beast at the end of the day. But I love it, and I would not trade it. When you hear this thing crackle and pop when you're on the road, it's worth it. You know, even though you know, if you rev, it's $5 a rev. I try to tell people that all the time. I make jokes. I was like, hey, it's $5 a rev, but every rev is worth it, 100%. This thing right here is absolutely crazy. It goes nuts. And when you see people on the road and little kids see you, they gonna request the rev. And who am I to not rev the car for the kids, man? I'm gonna do it every time, even for the adults. I go crazy with it every time they ask me to rev it. So yeah, that's one thing about this car that has remained the same in my 5,000 miles, is that the gas is still a problem, and it's going to be a problem with a big V8 producing 650 horsepower, 650 pounds of torque, and I'm glad that I got it. Yes, sir. Another thing that has not changed about the ZL1 1LE during this time of my ownership is that it is a head turner. I love the fact it's a head turner. Everybody that sees it always asking me questions, so I'm always getting in great conversations. People telling me their experiences about having cars, and when they've seen one before, or they ask me what it is, or you know, they never seen it, and does it come like that, and they love the wings. So you know, this car right here is just an off the top, straight automatic conversation piece, and it's a big ticket invitation to the car scene. If you're wondering where the cars are at in your city or in your state, get a car like this, and you will automatically know where the car scene is at, because people are going to be inviting you to tons of places. They're going to be telling you to come by, swing by here, swing by there, and you know, just join the car club. And I really have been welcomed to the Camaro community like with open arms. That's one thing that I really enjoy about owning this car, is like the Camaro community is very, very supportive of everything. And we always support each other. You know, as you can see, we got a few guys on the channel. We got Q, we got Blueprint 1LE, we got Race Car Friends. Like, it's a big community. We all support each other. So that's one thing I really love about having this car. You know, during the 5,000 miles that I've been having it, I've been learning there's a big community for us. So that's a big positive thing that I really love about this car as well. Another thing that I want you guys to know about this Big Z is that it can fly like an eagle. I want it to fly. So this car right here, if you in any type of trouble, any type of danger, or you feel like having immediate fun, this car right here will fly like an eagle. This thing right here, 650 horses, 650 torque, and it's gonna let you know every time that it's about that business. People pull up beside you in that Nissan Altima, let them know this is ZL1. Let them know that it's an SS. Don't let them Altimas play with us like that. Because you know, in every city, every Nissan Altima drive like it's a Hellcat. And I don't know why, but for some reason, they just feel like they got something to prove. But when they pull up beside you, go ahead and fly like an eagle. You gotta fly. I know I probably ruined that song for a lot of y'all, but I had to do it. This car right here is a beast. Big positive thing that I love about the ZL1 1LE so far in 5,000 miles, it hasn't given me any problems. And from what I've seen in terms of reviews and asking other people who own these cars, is it seems like this car is very, very reliable. All I've had to do so far is just, you know, do the oil change, and it's been running like a champion. I got another one coming up soon. I'm also trying to like do that one myself, because I'm trying to learn more about cars as I go on this journey. And I'm gonna try to do that, and then change the rear diffuser fluid as well. But other than that, this car is like, it's a champion. It runs good, it runs very reliable. I haven't had any breakdowns and haven't had any malfunctions, no electronic issues. And the thing that makes me happy about it most is like, it's so dependable, and it hasn't like choked up, even though I actually learned how to drive manual on this car. So it's still been running steady and very strong. And it's like, it seems like the car, you know, adjusts to you as a driver as you get to driving it and stuff like that. And as I've been driving it, honestly, it seems like it's getting faster, or I'm just getting more confident. Like this car right here, it takes turns at an amazing pace. You wouldn't believe what this car can do until you're actually doing it. Like, I've been on the street with cars, and cars try to run with me on the street, and then we'll get up in the high gears, and then once I hit 80, 90, those cars start falling back, and we're going around curves, and they have to fall back, you know, because they have to hit brakes. But this car right here, you can lean into it. You know, it really feels like you're driving a motorcycle in a way, like the way that you can lean into corners. So yeah, that's another big thing about this car. It's like the dependability and the way that it gives you confidence as you learn the car, you know, 100%. The thing that I have learned to enjoy in my first 5,000 miles of owning the Big Z is the ride. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, what? Like, you enjoy the ride? I'm like, yeah, I enjoy the ride. Like, the bumpiness and the tight suspension, all of it just reminds me of how much of a powerful car / race car that I'm in. And I like having that feeling. Like, there's nothing like it. I've never driven anything like it, and I don't think well, I can't say that because so much stuff is out these days, but I've never driven anything like it before. So it's just an exhilarating experience, and it's something that you can't really put into words until you like experience it yourself. And I know a lot of people, it gets a lot of like down talk about it being a rough suspension, but I think it's one of those things where it's like, don't knock it until you try it. It's like you really have to try this in order to really understand the magnitude and the enjoyment that this car gives you. And so that's one of the things I really have enjoyed during this first 5,000 miles of ownership of the ZL1 1LE. I mean, it's amazing to me, and I think it's going to continue to be amazing, and I think it's only going to get better as time passes. That's honestly my thoughts. So we will see what happens. So guys, 5,000 miles with this beautiful beast, and I don't have any complaints. I'm so in love with the car. I'm gonna fall more in love as we get closer and closer to start putting miles on the vehicle. If you're wondering, yes, that is coming soon. Just have been getting my schedule straight, but she's gonna get even more beautiful. Already got some plans. Already had a lot of stuff put away before I even bought her. So we definitely about to turn it up. About to get this next oil change, get that done, then I think we got some good major things going on. Already got some plans set up. I should be meeting up with race car friends pretty soon as well. So yeah, we're gonna bring a lot of different content to the content. A lot of different content to the channel very soon. And I just want you guys to stay tuned. Thank you for always tuning in. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been with the channel, I really appreciate you watching. And go ahead and get some merch from 100gangclothing.com. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you guys again soon. Let's go.